Hello. So, the ribbon tweeter returns. Far from perfect. And it's also very shitty. I rely on tape, which is usually, well, not the best. So, these tests are actually, these tests are, in the end, for this panel. So I dumped the ribbon here, close to the original tweeter, because it's gotta be crossing over from here to there. And do I have some tape here? Because this is annoying. Let me loan some from here. Here, go sit there and stay. Yeah, so it's gotta be the tweeter for this panel to extend to 20K instead of 13K or something, or 14, depending on how much tension is on the foil. It could extend further, by the way. I managed to get once 20K, but it's not as smooth. And I'm really still not sure why it sometimes does reach that and sometimes it doesn't. And it had like insane tension on it. So I want to use this instead because it's more like solid. Can rely a little bit more on it, I hope. But of course, as you can see, it's just a drum. The magnets are not sitting well. There is no padding behind the ribbon, and as you can see, it's no dipole at the moment. If I put it here, then the distance from the original tweeter to the ribbon is too far, so it becomes weird. So I placed it here, but I do need a lot of padding actually to counter the back wave, returning back into the ribbon, which I don't have right now. But anyhow, yeah, there's much to do. After a song, I'll show you what the DC of, at least I think it's the DC offset of my amp, my crappy amp, is. Because now there's a resistor of 2.7 ohms in series with this thing, and because this is 0.4 ohms, almost all the power goes into the resistor. But, it's crossed at 4K, I believe, and the tweeter here as well. In the DSP, I'll show you a measurement of this setup 2 meters away. So it's kind of hard to measure this kind of huge thing close, so 2 meters I chose. Yeah, and I'm pushing my DSP because I once wanted to sell a set of SMGA's Magnepan, and I had these speakers as well, and the person that wanted to buy them listened to both, and he actually liked the Magnepans a little bit more, which was, well, a bummer. I was really disappointed in myself. Not really, but I just wondered why did he like that one better? And the thing was it was a little bit more aggressive than this one. Although a lot of people in a big room found this one sounding rather pleasing and like easy listening, but at the same time it's not as detailed in the upper mid-range. And this guy liked that more. So yeah, trying to do that as well. It will save me on a coil and it boosts efficiency a little bit. So I used the 2.7 millihenry coil, and SMG8 uses 1.2, I believe, or something. 1.4, I don't know. Far less. And since I didn't remove the crossover in this speaker yet, I had to do it in DSP. So yeah, I like minus 7 dB from a certain point to emulate the same as replacing the coil. Only downside is I cannot play very loud because I'm pumping all this power into a coil that removes it. So yeah, it's kind of weird. Yeah, let's play a song, and this time, for all you guys or girls that like male vocals, A friend of mine came with this song. I think it's really nice. It's Tom Waits. I usually don't like Tom Waits, but he made like a sort of country thingy, which is kind of nice. He uses a megaphone to get the voice he wanted to use in this thing, so that will sound distorted because that's the thing. Just reminding you. And some Eefje visser, and afterwards I'll show you what the amplifier DC offset does. At least I think it's the DC offset. If you only use a DSP, and then not use the resistor. Is there anything else? Because I already did this recording before, but then my card was full. So that's nice. It's awesome. Let's go. Chocolate Jesus remastered from Tom Waits. Did I clap?
Sunday, don't get on my knees to pray. Don't memorize the books of the Bible. Got my own special way. I know Jesus loves me, maybe just a little bit more. I fall down on my knees every Sunday at the Revelries candy store. Well, I've got to be a chocolate Jesus, make me feel good inside. Got to be a chocolate Jesus, keep me satisfied. Well, I don't want no apples, don't want no almond joy. There ain't nothing better suitable for this boy. Well, that's the only thing that can pick me up. It's better than a cup of gold. See, only a chocolate Jesus will satisfy my soul. Best to wrap the Savior up in cellophane. It flows like the big muddy, but that's okay. Pour more ice cream for a nice parfait. There's got to be a chocolate Jesus, good enough for me. Got to be a chocolate Jesus, good enough for me. Well, it's got to be a chocolate Jesus, make me feel so good inside. Got to be a chocolate Jesus,
You have to remind, this is
keep
mono.
me satisfied.
At least the speaker that is playing. Stereo, this is really like being there thingy. Because it's simple recording. Nice. that's one. And I thought, well, you know, I find it funny that people that even don't understand Dutch did like the Eefje the Visser pretty much. So I am gonna play it again because it is a nice song. Point. For vocals, you don't actually need to understand it, at least for me. I mean, I listen to everything, I don't care.
Als ik wakker word en dan is 12 uur, vliegen bij me vandaan. Hij haalt zich in en ik lig stil, terwijl ik buiten de buien hoor overgaan. Gisteravond was evenals voordat ik jou kende, los van iedereen. En in de laatste trein terug dacht ik daaraan. We vlogen onder de witte wolken over stad naar land heen. De korte dagen werden langer en ik landde rustig en in je handen. Nu het nachtlicht brandt, kom ik weet de weg. We springen hoog en we hangen in de hete lucht. Ik dans hier langzaam maar zeker tot de avond valt. We komen neer en belanden op de warme grond. Als ik wakker word en er is 12 uur, vliegen bij me vandaan. Hij haalt zich in en ik lig stil, terwijl ik buiten de buien hoor overgaan. We vlogen onder de witte wolken over land naar land heen. De korte dagen werden langer en ik landde rustig en in je handen. Nu het nachtlicht brandt, kom ik weet de weg. We springen hoog en we hangen.
Show you what the tweeter does. Ribbon.
Ik dans hier langzaam maar zeker, als ik van je ben.
This is without.
We komen neer en belanden op de warme grond. Hij houdt zich in, ik lig stil en ik denk alleen maar aan dat ik nergens dan echt naartoe wil.
So yeah, so there's quite a difference, but of course the tweeter that's originally there is also filtered, so the difference is quite heavy right now. But if you see the previous measurement of the panel itself, which I'm not sure if I have it somewhere, if I do I'll show it, falls off at 14K or something, which is for most people, well, elderly people, is more than enough. But in this case it's crossed at 4K or something, so you can quite clearly hear what the ribbon does and what the panel does. I'll show you the DC thingy. That's rather weird. Oh, one other thing. If you like the content and well, like this kind of stuff, be it messy, you can subscribe if you want. Would be nice. And you could maybe support me on Patreon, but that's all up to you. I'll make videos anyways, I'm pretty sure, but it would help me out. So whatever, would be nice. Anyhow, I'll show you what happens if you remove the resistor, because that's actually the thing. Let me see if I can change this to a position that is more suitable. To show you this problem. So we're looking at the side of the ribbon. So this is with the resistor. So most of the power will end up in the resistor, and so does I think it is the DC offset of the amplifier. So if I choose to just only use DSP to like pad it down a lot and use this ribbon on a normal amplifier, that's not gonna work. Oh, by the way, the true ribbon from Magnepan also apparently it's one of the best ribbons, but I see people quote very often like they're like a true ribbon, I don't know, 2 micron thick or something or whatever, I don't know. It's never clear how much micron the foil is, and I'm pretty sure there is a resistor. I never see people tell you about it, but no matter what thickness they use, it is impossible to do it without a resistor somewhere. It's never gonna be 4 ohms or 3.5 or something, never. This is 6.8 micron, it's 0.4 ohms. So even if it's twice as big, it's 0.8. Even if it was 3 micron, it's 1.6. It's still too low. It's not possible. Also, if you ever used 1 micron, like fake silver leaf is 1 micron, there's no way you can corrugate it at all. You cannot even touch it or it sticks to your finger and it breaks. So yeah, it's just not, it's not 3 or 2 micron thick, I'm pretty sure. Well, 3 micron may be, by the way, but then it's really fragile. But anyhow, let's remove the resistor and see what happens. Because I think there is a DC offset, and the thing corresponds, or well, responds to it. So this is with resistor, and if I disconnect it, it probably makes a plop. Did you see it? So it moves outwards. So even with resistor there is a DC offset, but let me show you what happens if you bypass the resistor. It's quite massive. Boop, 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 boop. Is this visible? Plop, plop, plop. It is. So with the resistor, you mitigate that a lot. It would be the same if you used a longer ribbon, and it also would work the same if you used a thinner ribbon. But yeah, I had it a while without the resistor, and I could not get the foil into the gap, and that's the reason why. Because it's, you know, it's just, there is a residue voltage there, DC, that makes the ribbon move either outwards, or if you reverse polarity it will suck in. So that's kind of cool, and I think it will screw up the distortion as well. So I really need to get this resistance down, or use a bigger resistor or something. That's about it, I think. Yeah. So subscribe if you like, and if you want to be a patron, then that would be fucking awesome. And hopefully, maybe in the future, I could make my work out of this. Well, who knows? Who knows? Well, see you next time. And have a nice weekend.